Hey there, I'm Angella Sharpe, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I had a busy but awesome Thanksgiving. On Wednesday night, the day before Thanksgiving, I was an MC at Guns and Hoses. You know, that's where police and firefighters box or MMA fight each other to raise money for backstoppers, and that's always a lot of fun. And then Thursday was Thanksgiving, of course, but it's also the Turkey Day game. That's when Webster Groves High School takes on Kirkwood for the Frisco Bell. Spoiler alert if you didn't see already. Kirkwood won, giving them a 5-year win streak, their first ever 5-year win streak. Webster, however, has had that title 3 different times, making Webster the best. Can you tell I went to Webster? Yeah, I'm a little biased. It's okay. But that was also a ton of fun. So I hope you also had a great Thanksgiving. And then today is my birthday. So I'm just having a great week, and I hope you are too. Now, I know this is the time when people start going to the malls to buy presents, but now there's a new way that you can show your love for your pets. Pet Flair, a startup based in Australia, is specializing in customized swimwear that puts your pet's mug front and center. That's right, I'm not even kidding. Pet parents can now print their pet on swimsuits, towels, bags, and more. Trying to find that perfect gift for your animal lover in your life? This might be it. Check out petflair.co. When I first saw this, I knew this was something my sister has to have. She loves her pet, and I think having her pet on her swimsuit would make her very happy. Now, if you're in the mood to buy a home, check out this estate in Imperial, Missouri. It's called the Castle of Montebello, but you may also know it as the Magic Mansion. The Stockstrom family, known for making Magic Chef Stove famous, bought the home in 1936. The massive home sits on 60 acres and now can be yours. Well, that is if you have a few $1 million. But it's gorgeous and beautiful, so if anybody wants to get me that for my birthday, I'm just saying. I love it. It's gorgeous. We're going to have a lot of fun on the Daily Mix, and later in the show, I have Randy Karraker, 101 ESPN, The Fast Lane. I got to tell you, this is a mostly male crew here. This man walked in and everybody was shooting sports questions at him, so we're going to do that a little bit later on the show. So keep it right here, and let's get started on today's Daily Mix. Ten-time Grammy winner Taylor Swift, T-Swizzle, is coming back to St. Louis. The first round of dates for her Reputation Stadium tour were recently announced, and the singer will be hitting the stage at the Dome at America Center on September 18th, 2018. Tickets go on sale to the general public on December 13th. You can find out more at taylorswift.com. Quick little story. It was a little fun. Back when she first started, I was interning at WIL, and my job was to follow her around with the camera. And I have to tell you, I knew she was going to be something. She was just very personable and remembers everybody's name. And I think if you can remember everybody's name, you'll go far. The St. Louis and St. Charles escape rooms are bringing you a new challenge for the holidays. The Kringle 3000 is on the fritz again, so Buddy and Papa Elf need your help to get the sleigh going. Of course, they need it with the old-fashioned way, the Christmas spirit. To help, you will need to find all the elements that make Christmas special in order to release the Christmas spirit globe. Then you have to hurry out to get the spirit to Buddy in time. If you're ready to take on Elf Escape, check out mastermindroomescape.com. Delta Sigma Theta East St. Louis chapter will be hosting its 46th annual Breakfast with Santa this Saturday. The sorority is partnering with Ameren to bring holiday joy to local families and make sure children in need have something under the tree for Christmas. This year, they hope to give away as many as 1,500 toys to kids in the community. Breakfast with Santa will take place from 9 until noon this Saturday, December 2nd, at Mason Clark Middle School in East St. Louis. For more information, visit dsteslac.org. Did you get out and shop on Small Business Saturday? According to Yelp, St. Louis is one of the top 20 cities to shop local for the holidays. To create the list, they reviewed websites looking through millions of reviews to uncover which cities are best for finding gifts at local businesses. They also paired up with Harris Poll for a survey on shopping local. The results found that 63% of Americans planned to shop local this holiday season, and they will spend an average of $267. It's a great time to get out and shop local is this Saturday. If you missed it this past Saturday, you can do the great gift hunt for the holiday celebration at the Del Mar Loop. Shoppers who make purchases at participating stores and restaurants will get a gift bag with one of many prizes. Some might include a $25 gift card. One lucky hunter will receive the great gift made up of $1,000 in prizes from the Del Mar Loop businesses between noon and 4:30. Be sure to stop and take a family photo on the trolley. That's kind of new and exciting there. And don't forget to bring your pets. Bring them to the Moonrise Hotel from 11 to 4 for holiday pictures with pups. You can get all the details for this Saturday, December 2nd, by visiting theloop.com. The License Collector's Office will host a holiday bazaar in their next City Business Open House. The two-day event will feature local businesses as they showcase their products and services. Special guest Martin Luther Matthews, co-founder of the Matthew Dickey's Boys and Girls Club, will also be there. He'll be signing copies of his biography, I Trust You With My Life. It all takes place Thursday and Friday, December 7th and 8th from 11 till 2 in the City Hall. You can stay up to date with the License Collector on Twitter at stl-mo.gov/license collector. And if you're a fan of great football and a great football rivalry, well, there's some good news. The Mizzou Tigers and the Fighting Illini are bringing back their football series. You're just going to have to wait a little while to see the two teams go head-to-head. The 4-year series won't start until 2026 when the teams meet in Champaign, Illinois, and the teams will alternate hosting each other every other year until they finish in Columbia, Missouri in 2029. The last time the two teams met was 2010 at the Edward Jones Dome. And tickets are now on sale for the 22nd annual Cardinals Care Winter Warm-Up. This is a great time to get autographs from current and former players, bid on awesome unique items, and so much more. And all the proceeds go to Cardinals Care to help with the kids. Now, this 2018 Winter Warm-Up will take place at the Hyatt Regency St. Louis at the Arch, January 13th through the 15th. For more information, check out cardinals.com/WWU. And there's a new class at Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, that anyone can take, well, as long as you're 21 or older. Beer, Wine, and Spirits School at SIUE is a new class that teaches the basics of home brewing and other skills to take you from consumer to expert. There are 2 courses being taught by industry experts. Access to that online course opened this week, and the in-person course will be taught over 4 Saturday sessions beginning January 13th. For more information, check out siue.edu. All right, lately, Jennifer Lopez has been spotted all over town carrying, not our town, but her town, carrying a very sparkly Starbucks cup. Now, that's just about everywhere, but it turns out that blinged out cup was created by a local woman, Tanika Moore from O'Fallon, Missouri. Moore applied every single crystal by hand to that customized cup. She has been making and selling bedazzled items for 5 years. Of course, there's no surprise that business is really booming since J-Lo's sparkly cup has been making its rounds on social media. Check out all the goods that she makes on Instagram, Tailor Made Bling 1, or on Facebook, Tailor Made Bling Embellishments. That's something I need to check out because if you know me, you know I like my sparkle. Did you have what it takes to maybe be a CEO? And by CEO, I mean Cancun Expert Officer. Okay, you gotta check this out. This is amazing. If you love warm weather and want to live on the beach, Cancun.com may have the job for you. The 6-month gig will give one lucky person $10,000 a month to explore Cancun and promote the vacation destination for Cancun.com through blog posts, social media, and videos. Think this is a job for you? Well, you don't have much time. You only have until December 17th to apply with a 1-minute long video about what makes you Cancun.com's ideal CEO. You can find out more at Cancun.com. Jake Allen and Carter Hutton will be wearing special goalie masks this Friday for the Blues Hockey Fights Cancer game. The mask will pay tribute to kids who have battled or succumbed to cancer. The idea for Allen's mask came from Petro's niece Ellie, who was diagnosed with cancer 3 years ago. It features Hockey Fights Cancer logo, a blue note, a large yellow ribbon, and Ellie's drawing of a snake. The mask will be auctioned off at Blues Casino Night in 2018. That'll benefit St. Louis Children's Hospital. Hutton's mask was based off the I Fight for cards. Those are the ones handed out during games. It features the names of nearly 400 children impacted by cancer. The mask will be donated to friends of kids with cancer to be auctioned at a later date. To learn more about Hockey Fights Cancer and how the Blues are talking about it, check out stlouisblues.com/HFC. It's my favorite part of the show. It's when I get to introduce my guest, Randy Karraker from 101 ESPN. The Fast Lane is with me, and I'm so excited because not only is he awesome, but you're also my friend, so thank you for being here.
Happy birthday, Angela.
Oh gosh, thank you so much. We have to talk about the Fast Lane, #1 sports talk afternoon show.
We are so lucky to be at 101 ESPN, and we have a great group, Brad Thompson and Chris Ranji and I.
Chris Ranji, not so much.
Yeah, he's an old buddy of yours,
He is.
right?
He's an old friend of mine, so I get to say rude things about him on TV.
But I've been in radio for a long time, and all I ever ask management is to give us the opportunity, the tools to win. And then if we win or lose, it's on us rather than them. There's nobody to blame. And at our station, we've been given the tools to win, and we just go in and we want to have fun. And we do, and we have a good time. And I think people are able to connect with that, especially now. People are so tense. I think that people want to have a little chuckle. So that's what we do.
Well, I like how you guys kind of pick on each other and don't necessarily always agree with one another, which I think people really like. More and more radio is going more that, polite way, and you guys don't always agree.
Well, I think a lot of times when we watch a TV show, when we watch a movie, if you don't have conflict, it's not really compelling. I think that's what makes a movie or a TV show or a radio show great. If there has to be a villain somewhere along the line in a movie, it might be the bad guy, it might be an illness or something like that, but to have a level of conflict, to have a villain is a good thing. And that's one of the things that Chris has brought us, is he's kind of a villain. So it's worked out really well, and I think people enjoy it. And we shouldn't all, especially in sports, we shouldn't get along all the time. I think when you talk sports, you should be able to have a disagreement now and then, and we do, and everybody walks away as friends.
Well, I love how when you walked in here, all these men stopped you and started talking sports right away. I assume that happens to you all the time.
It does, and that's the only thing I can talk about, so it really works out well. If anybody was asking me about history or geography, I would be in real trouble. So I love talking sports. I love especially talking to St. Louis people about sports, because this is where I grew up and this is where I've been working for such a long time, and I'm glad that people know me and want to talk sports with me.
Well, we have to touch on that, because for someone like me, you really are an inspiration, because you kind of worked your way up to having this awesome #1 rated afternoon show. Tell us a little bit about your background. I know you went to Lindenwood, and then you were interning at KMOX, right?
I started at KMOX as a professional. I went to Parkway North, and I wanted to be in broadcasting. Went to Lindenwood because Robert Hyland, who was the general manager at KMOX at the time, was also chairman of the board at Lindenwood. So I figured out, well, if he's the GM at KMOX and the chairman of the board at the school, there's no way that they won't hire me, right?
Right.
And I was kind of naive in thinking that, but they did hire me, so it worked out really well. And I did work my way up from intern, part-time producer, full-time producer, doing overnight sportscasts, to working my way up to doing open line at KMOX. And it was a great education. I'm the rare broadcaster that never had to leave town. And I've been blessed. I've been really lucky to have people that boosted me. Jack Buck was my biggest booster, and you can't have a better one than that.
I was going to say, what a great endorsement to have.
Yeah. So I was able to work there. I worked at KMOX for 18 years, went to KTRS for 5 years, and this will be our 10th year now at 101 ESPN. Starting on January 1st, it'll be year number 10.
That is amazing. Well, I mean, I think since all the men started talking about sports, we should probably touch a little bit on that. Okay, what do you think the Cardinals are going to do this offseason to get them to the playoffs? Because missing it 2 years in a row is painful.
Yeah, we're kind of spoiled here. We expect the playoffs. I think they need to get 2 hitters. I think they think they need to get 1, and they need to get back of the bullpen guy. They need to get a new closer because of Trevor Rosenthal's injury and release. I don't know if it'll be Giancarlo Stanton. I think a guy like Stanton, who is the National League MVP, would be great for St. Louis. It would be kind of like Mark McGwire. But while that's great to have, it's great to have the show. To have a winning team, I think they need to get a couple of more guys, 2 hitters rather than 1.
Now, I know you're in the know. Do you hear the rumblings that they're actually starting to maybe move on some of these things?
They're pursuing Stanton, and they're after a relief pitcher. But I think they're going to wait until something happens with Stanton before they try something else. And maybe the best thing that'll happen is that Stanton goes somewhere else. He's got a full no trade. He's from LA. He probably wants to wind up with the Dodgers. If he guides himself to the Dodgers and the Cardinals have to get plan B, that might not be a bad thing.
I like that. Now, the Blues, they've been on quite the roll, doing very well this season, which has been very fun for everyone. What do you foresee them? I mean, you never can get too excited as a Blues fan. We all know as a Blues fan, you get excited, but cautiously excited.
Well, and last year was the 50th year. This is the 50th season because we had the lockout season. So this will be the magical season where they finally win the Stanley Cup. And how about that?
That was quite the comment. I love it. I mean, I love it, but you really believe that?
I came in, and I think a lot of people came into this season with really low expectations, and I think that's a good thing. For so long, with the Bacchus group that included T.J. Oshie and Berglund and that core, the Blues were picked to win the Stanley Cup, and I think the players kind of felt, okay, well, we're going to win the Stanley Cup, and I think they got a little bit full of themselves at times. Not that they weren't great, because they were. This is a team that I get the sense has a chip on its shoulder, and I think Mike Yeo is the perfect coach for a young team like this. And to turn over the core, to have a core now that includes Tarasenko and Schwartz and Pietrangelo and Parayko, after you had that core that we just talked about, it's pretty cool to keep winning. But this is a young group. They should be able to play into June. And there's no reason for them not to be great, especially because of Jake Allen. Since Mike Yeo took over, he's been the best goalie in the NHL.
He's been doing a great job. And what about that Shin trade?
Wasn't that unbelievable?
I mean, right? So you kind of wonder what happened?
Yeah. What was Philadelphia thinking?
Yeah.
We watched Jori Lehtera for the last couple of years, and Braden Shen has been phenomenal, and he's a perfect match for Tarasenko and Schwartz. That's the best line in the NHL.
It's been so much fun. I want to just circle back, because there might be some people watching who are like me, or even younger, who are like, I want to do that. I want to do that. Now, you really did do your research. You found out that the general manager at Camel X and Lindenwood, that was one-on-one. Yeah. I mean, I know you've worked hard, but what else can you kind of guide people through? The first thing that I would point out is that there are a ton more opportunities available in media now than there were when I started. I was an intern in 1983, and Camel X was the only station that did sports in town, and you had 3 TV stations that did local sports. Now, with everything we've got in terms of podcasts, multiple sports radio stations, shows like this one, a lot of writing, a lot of great writing sites, there are a ton more opportunities. And the key is to take any, like you do, Angela, take advantage of any opportunity you get to work and get experience, because experience is everything in this industry. And then make sure that you know everything that you can know. There's so much information out there, and take advantage of that information. If you work hard and take advantage of your opportunities and get reps, there are a lot of opportunities here in the sports media and in media overall. I love that. Now, the Fast Lane, what do we have on tap? Anything new we can look forward to? Well, at 101 ESPN, we have our annual AFC-NFC Championship Game Bash. I know the NFL isn't what it was in our time when we had the Rams, but this year we're going to be at Westport Social on the day of the AFC and NFC Championship games. All of the 101 ESPN guys are going to be out there, so that'll be a lot of fun. And every day in the Fast Lane, it's always something new. There's always somebody that gives us something to talk about. It's amazing. Which is what I love about it. And you guys go to your text line and you do the take it or leave it and all that kind of stuff. How much preparation do you do before you actually go on air? I'm really lucky that my life is preparation. So watching games, reading websites, sports websites,
and making sure that I know what's going on is really important. But if I had a real job, I really would. I would get fired from the real job because I'd be concentrating on what happens in sports. Normally when I get up in the morning, I'm on the internet to find out what happened overnight. And then I'll watch the sports TV shows. And then I'll usually go in for our show at about 12:30 or 1 o'clock, make sure that I'm caught up on everything that's happening in the world of sports. So there's probably, for a 4-hour show, 8 hours of show prep that goes into it.
I love it. Oh, well, tell everybody where they can listen, how they can follow you. I know you're on Facebook and Twitter. You got your little blue check mark finally. There was a lot of talk about you.
I know. I was so upset that they wouldn't give me the blue check mark. As it turned out, all I had to do was give Twitter my phone number and I was good.
Who knew?
Yeah. So I do have that. You can follow me on Twitter at Randy Karraker. There I am. You can follow. I'm at Facebook at Randy Karraker too. So you can find me there, and at 101 ESPN 101.1 FM. Every Monday through Friday from 3 to 7.
That's it. And you really should tune in. Even a casual sports fan can tune in and laugh at you guys because of the way you guys have fun with each other, which is great. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
You're very welcome. Always good to see you, Angella.
You made my birthday having him here. And thank you for joining us. Of course, you can always check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. You can always drop us a line right here at The Daily Mix at stltv.net. We want to hear from you. That's going to do it for The Daily Mix, but keep it right here on STL TV and Experience St. Louis.